Okay, it's responding to a robbery in progress call. So you get a robbery in progress, all units, all units, all units. Be advised, there's a robbery in progress. Name the place it's being robbed. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay. So when you are going there, you want to proceed rapidly, but as you're proceeding there, look at all the cars that are coming by, right? Is there anything that matches, or does anybody look suspicious coming by? Does the car somewhat match? Is the vehicle somewhat match the description being given? There was one guy who robbed the banks within the grocery stores, and the first thing that came out, all units be advised, suspect leaving wearing a bicycle helmet on a motorcycle. Okay, a bicycle helmet on a motorcycle. So you got to remember, people are calling like, oh my gosh, 911, this is what's going on, stress, 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 stress. I'm under so much stress, and I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this one officer realizing, wait, bicycle helmet on a motorcycle leaving, right? And they said his last direction of travel was like already a block away. Well, on a motorcycle, the guy, by the time the call comes in and by the time they leave, that wasn't too far of a distance. So he put two and two together and stopped this guy just riding his bike, right, with a bike helmet on a bicycle, not a motorcycle, and it turned out to be the robber because he was putting those clues together, realizing people are under stress and trying to identify somebody who would match that, okay? Always assume the robber's still at the scene. So the robber still may be at the scene, right? Accomplices waiting out in vehicles, all right? Usually, the robbers that I've dealt with have a female accomplice because you're always looking bad guys, right? Bad guys. Not women can also be involved. And avoid a hostage situation as possible and make immediate arrest. I want you to look at this call here and tell me what you would have done different if you were the police officer. Tell me what you have done different. Just looking at it, I know you guys aren't qualified. I know you don't have your post academy license or anything like that. Just tell me, just based upon your gut instinct as a police officer in this situation, what would you have done different? Okay, hostage situations. Hold on a second. Granddaughter left the phone on. What's going on over there? All right. So sometimes the hostage situations takes a lot of time. SWAT's coming, slow everything down because it's not going to be resolved quickly unless the suspect decides to move before SWAT comes, okay? But these guys are dynamite in what they do. Dynamite what they do. And also is a crisis hostage negotiators. Can never do that. Oh my gosh. I want things over. Done, 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 right? Hostage negotiators has to have a lot of patience talking to these guys. Here's me, okay? Here's me. Modesto Police Department, come out with your hands up. If not, we're going to send in the dog. Dog's barking like crazy. Not coming out. Good enough. I'm sending the dog in. We're going in. Bang. It's over. Okay? Can't do that anymore because now if you do all that stuff and they end up killing the hostages, that's going to come back on you because why didn't you just wait it out? Time's on our side. Get these people coming away from the house or whatever the case may be. It always works out. Patience is a virtue. You learn that now because nowadays in law enforcement, you have to have the patience, okay? The challenges for an investigator, long time. By the time the investigator comes out, you're talking to detectives that go to a bank robbery or any type of follow-up. It's going to take a while for them to follow up some leads, right? Victims and witnesses are all traumatic. They see something big. Oh my God, I got to put it on Facebook. Oh, Facebook, look what bad things that happened. I got to tell everybody, neighborhood watch. Let me call my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, neighbor, friend, aunt, uncle. Let me tell the world, because a horrible, tragic thing has happened, right? So by the time they get talking to you, right, they've already told a story so many times, they start wondering, and it's like adding more to the story, right? I caught a fish this big, right? By the time you get home, right? In reality, when it started, the fish was that big. So a lot of things happen. All right. Elements of the robbery. Proving the elements of the robbery. Again, here's the elements of the robbery. Looking at these two pictures, the one at the top and the bottom, tell me, going through it, following the dots, what makes it a robbery in which instance, okay? And which instance is it not a robbery, okay? I just want you to tell me, following the little pattern, when it becomes a robbery. And hopefully I don't get too many texts. This is all the time. I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, so here we go. Here's the bad guy, right? So you got the bad guy, and we follow his little line. Beep! Is that a robbery? Okay, right there. Okay, nope. Let's follow him over here. Is it with this here? There's a money right here. Is that a robbery? Okay, and let's go over here. So if that happens, nothing's happened over here in this bubble. So let's follow this one here. Is this a robbery? Okay. At what point does it become a robbery? You tell me. Here we go. Guy's got some keys. Is this a robbery? Okay, we go over here. Looks like he's gets into a safe and has a gun, right? Is that a robbery? Right? Or is this a robbery if he breaks into the computer? Or if he looks like he is putting money or using this gun in order to get the money. Is that a robbery? Okay? And here's the elements of the crime if it fits. All right, the complete identification, being able to identify the suspect, okay? You got to remember, you're working with people under stress. Everybody's under stress. You're going to be trying to give you an identification of what the person looks like, what the clothing is, disguises, weapons, or vehicles. Just watch this little video here. Tell me one thing you learned from the video. One thing you learned from the video. This is a cool one. I want to see who gets it the first time. Now, I get students, I can tell, have watched the video 20 or 30 times because they document it, okay? If you're that person, I want to meet you. I'll go put on my mask. If you're that student, first time out, able to identify everybody, and I'm going to buy you Starbucks, okay? Because even if my 33 years of experience, I go through this and I miss stuff, okay? But if there's people out there, don't get me wrong, there are. All right, and the complete investigation here goes into the time of the robbery. Again, goes back to the MO. What time did it occur? How did the attack occur? What was the violence or force used? How many robbers were there? Was there one? Was there 10? What do they say? What does their voice sound like? Sometimes there's men that sound like women. There's some women that sound like men. Do they have an accent? Do they speak in, whatever? Was there a vehicle used? Was there certain things that they took away from the robbery that seemed peculiar to you, okay? False robbery reports. It happens because of these reasons here, okay? Summary, this sums it up. A robbery is a felonious taking of another's property. It can happen in the residential, commercial street. Bank robberies fall into the FBI. You have to prove each element of the robber separately. So when you go back, remember when you're creating your scenario that each element has to be done separately. All right, that's it. You guys take care. Bye-bye. See you at the next module. Adios.